Are you ready? Are we hot?
We're rolling.
Hello, boys. Hello, girls. I peaked immediately.
Sorry.
Some people peak in high school. I peak on the intro. My name's Josh.
My name's Rick.
And my name's Christian.
And welcome back to the judgiest place on the internet. A little place we like to call a show hosted by the Judgies. Back in different intros.
It's different.
But the same. It's different, but it's the same.
Different, but the same.
I didn't like it.
Yeah. Notes?
Can we just do it the normal way?
No. Things need to change. We're heading into season 5 soon. 30 episodes. We gotta workshop this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we do need 30 episodes to really figure it out.
Yeah. Listeners, if you're wondering, hey, last week you guys said you were gonna get really high, allegedly.
Oops.
For the bonus episode. Guess what? We're doing that for a Friendsgiving episode this year.
I thought that was really good.
What was really
Idea.
good? Idea. Okay.
I love that sound.
So that will be over on Patreon.
What episode is that from?
100 ago.
Well.
So, of course, we just kept rolling after our power hour on Halloween.
Yes, we did.
Then one of us, I won't say names of the 4, kept drinking.
One of us.
3 of us were chickened out.
Hey, you take your guess on which one it was. Maybe you've seen it already because it came out last week, but
I remember nothing from the bonus episode. I could not tell you a single thing we did, but I know it was a good one.
I haven't edited it yet. It's gonna be a shit show. I walked.
You got up. That's right. You left in the middle of the episode.
And wasn't it in the middle of you reading a story?
Yeah, you guys wouldn't let me finish, and I had to
That
leave.
doesn't sound like us.
You know what? It's
Did you bring
That's
up the
validating.
mail and then leave it over there again?
yeah.
Fuck. Hey, I'm gonna get up in the middle of this episode. It's been too long.
I'm walking. Just say I'm walking.
Well, I figured that you wouldn't want me to open the stuff from what you got today because there was already stuff over there.
All right, if you want to send a listener submitted mail, go to P.O. Box 58 61350, and you can have your wedding invitations read. You can have anything, really.
Really, anything?
Anything we can hang on the walls. Anything you want to do.
I would hate having to hang something up on the wall. Is that the Wiggles?
It is the Wiggles.
Past tense wuggles?
This is not a wedding invite. This is a first birthday invite.
Whoa! We have a listener who's won?
We've got this one's from
Advanced
Arizona,
for age.
and it's specifically to Josh McPissbaby.
You're the only
Me
one
specifically.
Yeah. Do
Interesting.
you want to read it?
Sure, yeah. If it's addressed to me, I guess I better. Judgies!
Hello.
You can say my name. My name is Dakota. I wrote it on September 21st, 2021. I was going to say, I remember I still actually have the little piece of cardboard torn off of the package that said Joshua McPissbaby on it.
Yes.
Asking for a third. Guys, if you're going to do handwritten,
Give it back to
space
me.
out the words.
I'll read it.
For a 3rd anniversary shout out. Well, we are now on year 5 and have a piss baby of our own.
Yay!
I've still managed to keep up with all of your episodes, and you guys moved from our number 2 podcast spot to
Number 3.
out of the rotation.
Oh.
Number 1, of course, husband, aka Brian, and I are now in Arizona with our little dude Oliver, as in Green Arrow.
Okay.
They knew that would hit us. That was not for you at all. That was only for us.
Well, I know what the Green Arrow is.
What's his last name then?
Oliver.
No,
A man
his
so
first-
nice they named him twice.
Oh, shut
Oliver,
the fuck up,
Oliver?
Josh.
Grayson. Oliver Grayson.
Oh,
as in Dick Grayson,
I was
the
gonna say they're
Robin.
super nerds.
Here's an invite to his upcoming birthday party. Also, I'm currently starting up my crochet business at Dark Threads AZ, all one word, on Instagram. If y'all have any requests, let me know. So you can't put a capital Q in the middle of requests. It looks like an A. Can I say that?
No, you can't.
I can't say that?
You can say
No.
that.
What?
Legally?
We're going to do lowercase r, lowercase e, capital Q, lowercase...
Yeah.
All right. And not be upset when I think it's an A? Hugs and pisses. P.S. You read the email on episode 69. Nice choice, XD. Let's go. Thank you. Brian and Dakota.
And happy birthday, Oliver.
And happy birthday, Oliver. I don't think we're making it to Arizona.
Speak for yourself.
Okay. This is a card. It's got random babies on it. It is a picture from Anne Geddes. It's her book Down in the Garden. And it says, this card is copyright 1997. So these random babies are at least 6 years old, which is older than me. LOL.
It would be kind of sick if one of the random babies
listen to our show.
Yeah, that'd be so sick.
Look how chubby this one's little cheeks are.
They're all chubby.
They're so cute. They're dressed as little teddy bears. They're sitting on a picnic table. Anyway. Hello, Judgies.
Hello.
My name is Ben. Feel free to use. And I have been a big fan of the show for a while now. I've never sent something to a YouTuber / channel before, so I hope you're just as excited as I am to take this next big step in our one-sided parasocial relationship. I never knew what to send you guys, but I figured it out in this hopefully short tale I'm about to tell. My story begins on August 4th, 2023, in the parking lot of a Waffle House in Nashville, Tennessee. Also my first time ever going to a Waffle House. I was on a trip visiting my friends in Nash, and I was telling them about the Judgies. This somehow led to me wondering if you guys had a website, and it turns out you don't.
We don't. We do slack on the website front.
This then led me to wondering if you owned the domain name, which you don't.
No, we don't.
So then I thought, well, it would really suck if some domain troll took the name and the Judgies weren't able to get it.
Okay. So now he's charging us $5,000.
Hey, you want this, you little
He's squatting on our fucking shit.
Cue me then spending 4 minutes buying the domain while eating waffles. I thought I would email you guys to let you know that I have it and offer to transfer it to you. But then I thought, hey, why don't I just make them a shitty website?
What?
So, to wrap up this gift, my gift to the pod currently exists at www.thejudgiespod.com.
Oh, no, Ben. Judgiespod.com, Ben. Judgiespod, not thejudgiespod.com.
And of course, I am totally willing to give you guys the domain and code for the site or take it down entirely or make changes if you want. I'd also like to mention that I am not a website designer. So people
you could have fooled me.
So people who are probably classify the site as certified shit.
No, it's sick as hell.
As a second note, I actually did a couple live streams of building the website on my YouTube channel, Lazy Tech, at Lazy Tech 825 if you want to watch me struggle. You can contact me at blah, blah, blah. For website stuff, if you please. Keep up the judging. Love, Ben.
I tried. So the mobile version looks cool. I was like, let me see desktop site. Broken.
Yeah. It's, like, doesn't work at all?
Well, I mean, it's not ugly. Lined up the same, but it looks cool. My big note is judgiespod.com.
Makes sense if you're making it on your phone at Waffle House in the middle of the night.
No, he bought the domain on his phone at Waffle House.
Yeah. If you weren't listening.
Fuck. Well, I was looking up the website.
That card was so full of fun surprises.
That's awesome. I loved that. Thank you, Ben.
That was wonderful. Also, I want to know where you got the card from.
Oh, that's a pretty common card.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you get cards of Anne Geddes' photos from her books all the time?
Have you not seen that card before? Like with
I've
those
seen
babies?
the image, but I've not seen it in card form.
Okay.
You know what, Josh?
I feel like I see that card all over the place.
Why don't you just tell the people what we do?
Well, sometimes we podcast on this podcast. And what that entails is this. Going online about silly little stories. Sometimes Erica's the one who does that.
I'm the one that does that.
I didn't bring any water up, so I can't talk a lot today.
I'm so parched.
I'm all right, thanks.
I am pogging right now. It's like the universe is aligning for me.
You're welcome. I got it for myself, but...
Oh, Daddy needed that.
Don't call yourself that in the absence of our son.
This is fucked up.
All right.
This is absolutely fucked up.
Skylar sent this to me.
Thank you, Skylar.
Doesn't say if I can use her name, but I did anyway.
Fuck you, Skylar.
Fuck.
She sent this 18 weeks ago.
Whoa.
So hopefully I haven't read this yet because I think it got lost in my screenshots.
Oops.
Am I the asshole for not letting my sister use the family property for her upcoming wedding? Me, 25. My sister's 29. I also have a younger sister, 8. When I was 14, my mom sent me to live with her parents. Her excuse was that they needed me to help out. I believe she just didn't want to deal with a growing male teen. My grandparents own an amazing property in the mountains that has an amazing view.
Wonder if it's Colorado.
We also have
Has
some
to be.
horses and other critters.
Name one other state with mountains.
Fuck.
Quick.
Yeah, no, I couldn't.
That's what I thought.
Wyoming, Montana,
England.
New England.
We're just making
It's not
up
a state.
words. This is crazy.
They were quite wealthy as well. They both passed 4 years ago and a month apart.
That's rough.
Yeah. They gave me the property because I would appreciate and respect it more. While my mom and sisters got money and other assets overall valued more than the property. In the past 4 years, I turned part of the property into a venue for mainly weddings. GPs.
Grandparents?
Oh,
Probably grandparents. I was going
Yeah.
to say general practitioners.
so was I. Grandparents knew of
British.
this idea and thought it was a good one. We are busy and usually booked out about 8 months. My sister got engaged a year and a half ago and said she wasn't to get married at the property. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a typo. She wanted to get married at the property. I said, yeah, just let me know the dates as soon as possible so I can make sure that I book it.
So the person writing the story runs the business as well?
Yes.
So she got gifted a business and a property?
Yes.
But they're...
No, our listener, or not our listener, the OP got gifted the property and built the business.
Oh, and built the business.
Oh.
Okay.
I didn't understand that part because I thought they said there's already a wedding venue.
No.
What?
Literally, you guys are not listening to me.
The grandparents made a
They
wedding
gave
venue,
me
I
the
thought.
property. Okay. In the past 4 years, I turned part of the property into a venue for weddings.
Gotcha.
The grandparents knew of this idea and thought it was a good one.
I guess that's where we were confused.
Yeah.
Because the 4 years ago death, 4 years, just a lot of 4 years type thing. You know what I mean?
I never got a date. I followed up several times and kept asking her, and she would brush me off. 2 weeks ago, I got the wedding invitation, stating the property as the location and a date, which is in September of this year. I immediately called her to say that we have booked for that date and I can't accommodate her.
Sure.
And now her, my mom, and other family, her partner's family as well, are as well as other flying monkeys, have been blowing up on me. They are also calling and writing reviews for my business. I asked them to stop and called my sister, telling her that I literally said all she had to do was tell me the date so I could block it off and I would take care of everything else. And she went off on how I'm ruining her day. It's our family property and how she already sent out the invitations and can't go back now. I should just tell the other couple to cancel, that they've been on the books for over a year now and I actually like them, but that family is more important. After the last big blow up, I started communicating strictly through the business, using our recorded line as well as email. I
That's-
suggested 3 other dates around the same time, but that's not good enough. I'm being resentful and an asshole.
How many... They said it was in September. Do we know when this was written? Like how many...
This was written in June.
Oh, you did say that. So 3 months, that's pretty wild to just
Yeah.
assume it's going to be open 3 months out.
Especially during wedding season. September is a very busy wedding month.
Hey,
What?
I feel like every month is a wedding month now.
No.
In today's market and economy.
You know what?
Got a point
No.
there, Joshua.
No, you're wrong.
I've been to a wedding in every month.
Name all of them.
You've been to 12 weddings?
June, September, December. Is that one of them?
Yeah.
Honda days?
How did you forget? It's a December to remember, Josh.
That's the December to Remember sales event. That's not Honda. How did you forget that was luxury brand color?
Crazy that we got married in February and you didn't even say that. And you were in that one.
Yeah, it's true.
You're-
That is crazy, actually.
In that one.
I don't know. I've probably been to like 6 weddings. But they were all on the 31st to 1st or 30 to 1st. or 29th the 1st, or 28th the 1st. So it was kind of like
Again,
What are
you were in a wedding on the 22nd.
so like well not that
to first? What was the first part? What was the
because it covers 2 months at that
is
point.
that the week? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Joshua.
They all got hitched at 11:59.
Stupid.
They got
That was really good.
ding dong.
No. I didn't think that was very good.
Huh? I heard otherwise.
Have we read from a subreddit called
Wait,
Bad...
that was the end of it?
Yeah.
Oh, what an asshole!
Yeah.
I wonder what the backstory is on why they hate each other.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like the whole family doesn't like.
So you think that OP's an asshole?
No.
No,
Oh, okay.
but like the entire time, I'm just like insane that you don't know your sister's wedding date.
Yeah.
Like, how is your sister not? Your sister told you, even if you weren't a business at that point.
Yeah.
How did you learn the date with the invite?
I just don't know how the sister convinced the entire family to like, we're gonna destroy the business.
Yeah,
We're gonna take him down.
this person must be the outcast.
Yeah. Because he has too many good business ideas.
Yeah. It's just like the way that everybody is so quick to turn on him.
Yeah.
Here's my guess. Is this a safe open space to guess?
No.
You can be quite frank with us.
Can I be quite frank?
No.
Fuck.
You can be.
Can I be quite frank with one of you?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Cover
I'm
your
guessing
ears, Erica.
that because they said that like the other people got gifted more like monetarily, but now they've spun their bequeathings into
And the money.
Things.
yeah.
I mean, I know that's what it is, but like,
Yeah.
I don't
They've been
like that
bequeathed
word.
upon, and they took it upon themselves to be bequeathing more. So they've spun it into like a business idea, whereas the other people like burned through their money and now they're resentful.
Yeah, I could see that. And I could definitely see like the moment it's successful, them being like, well, you stole grandma and grandpa's land to do this.
Yeah, right.
We were going to camp there. And then they'd probably be like, I mean, you can still camp there on the weekends. And it's like, it doesn't. It's different now.
Especially with the line of the grandparents knew about this.
Yeah.
Or it's like it makes it feel like they've probably gotten flack of people being like, how dare you turn Mima and P-Pap's land into this
P-Paps.
shit?
You turn them into capitalist scum. What if that's the whole thing?
They're all just like...
They're super anti-capitalist, and it's like, you fuckers.
I don't think anti-capitalists get married. I don't think that checks, actually.
Fuck, you're right.
This is
I
from
think you're right.
r/bad roommates.
Not a whoop.
No, it's not.
Maybe I've read this one.
No.
When you read the titles before the episode and made sure you didn't read them, none of them sounded familiar. That one sounded a little familiar to me. Hope we didn't read it.
There's no way we read that one before. We would have remembered the lack of conclusion.
That's fair.
I'm not throwing flack at you at all.
The flack of conclusion.
I thought that was really good.
No, I didn't.
I thought that was really good.
No, I didn't. This is from Jenny.
Jenny! Thank you, Jenny.
Am I in the wrong if my shits smell bad, but my roommate hates air fresheners? So I, male 22, and my roommate, 25 female, met off Facebook. They capitalized the F in Facebook, but then also the B.
Was that? Huh.
Yuck.
I don't think I would have noticed that.
We met off Facebook and signed a lease the day we met in person because we were vibing and it was a nice place. We live in a 2-bed, 1-bath. I have IBS, so some days I have to use the bathroom 7 times. This has never been a problem when I've been with other roommates because I could use air fresheners when I'm done. But a couple of days into living together, she tells me that she hates the smell of air freshener of any kind and I need to stop. I tell her at this point that I have IBS and she suggested lighting a match when I'm done.
Fair.
This OP says, never heard of that method, but sure, whatever, I'll do it.
You're 22. Don't be so arrogant.
Well, hold on. I feel like 22 puts him out of the range of hearing this.
I agree with that.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
Is he's like, I've never heard of this, and I'm 22 years old.
Gotcha. That's
It's
the
like-
arrogance.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's like they missed the age of matches. I feel like matches
Sure.
don't really exist
You don't
anymore.
need to get borrow a match for a vape. Am I right?
Yeah. People aren't handing out matchbooks, which
That's true. Yeah.
Judgies matchbooks?
Judgies a match, but I mean, the thing is, we don't want to like promote smoking, but we do think it's cool.
Use them to light
It doesn't have to be
candles.
for smoking.
Do we also release
But
a
it does
Judgies candle?
Does
No, this is bathroom specific Judgies matches.
Oh,
my god! Oh my god!
I thought that was really good.
Thank you. I also thought that was really good, Erica.
I thought that was really good.
How hard do we think it is to source custom matchbooks?
Very easy, I'm guessing.
Okay.
I assume the matches were working because that was the last she mentioned of it. ...
Until now.
A month later, I leave town for vacation for a couple weeks. When I come back, I notice a complete change in her behavior. She's basically giving me the silent treatment, only nodding at me when I pass her on the way out of the apartment, or only giving one-word responses when I try to start a conversation.
Is it an up nod or a down nod? Because that does indicate a lot.
This was unusual to our past interactions, so I tried to start a conversation where I could ask what's up. But with one-word responses, I couldn't get anywhere. Eventually, after a couple of days of this, I text her to ask what's going on. And she sends me a long message about how I shit so often and it smells so bad and it lingers in the apartment and she's embarrassed to bring friends over. She said this is something I should have disclosed when looking for a roommate. But I've had friends over who haven't complained of the smell. And again, I've never had this problem before because I could always spray air freshener. Should I have disclosed that I have IBS before we met? Am I wrong for this? We still have, it's covered up. We still have, it looks like 9 months left in our lease. So I don't want to have a hostile living situation for the majority of my time with her. I'm confused why she's resorted to a silent treatment because of this and why she had a change of behavior immediately upon coming back. I want to suggest getting an air purifier for the bathroom because there's not a vent, fan, or window in there. But she's told me repeatedly she doesn't like things on the counters, blenders, toothbrushes, remotes, whatever. Fine. We have cabinets, but I don't know what this.
I'm such a man. I was like, what do you need a blender in the bathroom for?
Yeah.
Obviously, makeup blender.
Or they are also talking about
All
like
counters.
all counters in the kitchen as well.
Oh. That makes more sense, even.
Also, does anyone have any tips for masking and getting rid of smells without adding scents? Because apparently that's a problem. Any tips are welcome.
I wonder if poop are not sponsored.
I was just about to say the same thing.
I wonder if they have a not unscented version.
They have to, right?
Because when I was a working man, the women's restroom had poopery. And people would go in and, do their business. And I swear the lemon poopery was worse. So I guess we're definitely not sponsored by them.
Yeah.
Like, like the lemon poopery carried so far throughout the lab that it was like you smelled it and then you got the hint of shit as well still. And it was like, now I know that that's shit.
Do you think they're using too much lemon scented poopery?
I don't know. It was so bad that like only the older...
How bad was it?
It was so bad. Thank you for asking. That only the like older women used it. And then the younger women would try to hide it in the bathroom so they couldn't find it. And they just kept buying more and more.
Are we concerned about whatever's going on with poopery? Like, I don't know the science behind it.
Yeah.
Does it seem like
it feels like
might be bad?
hairspray in the 50s.
Yeah.
Where you're like,
Oh.
Is this doing something dangerous? There's going to be a giant poopery patch in the Pacific Ocean soon.
God.
our ozone is even worse now because of poopery.
What if we just sprayed poopery in the ozone, keep it in?
Holy shit. Write that down. I do somewhat agree with the roommate here, where sometimes I do have that feeling of like the air freshener makes it worse. But with no fan,
You got to do something.
what else are you supposed to do?
And then with disclosing the IBS thing, normally I would say no, but if you're sharing one bathroom, you might have to let them know, like, I'm a shitter.
Yeah. And like any sane person would be like, okay,
Yeah.
like that's fine. But that kind of gives you the out in the future.
Yeah.
If somebody has an issue with it, it's like, I have a medical condition. Bud.
Yeah.
I don't know why this person is being so obtuse. Here's my guess: is it a safe, open
Absolute
space for me to
ridiculous.
pontificate? I'm guessing he was gone for a month, and this person just threw party after party, and everyone's like, it doesn't smell like shit in here. We could finally come over to Rebecca's house.
Editor, put in party noise.
And fucking piece of shit. Editor, cut all of that. I don't want to be open and honest and pontificate. So that's what I'm guessing. And then when he came back the first day, he's just shitting again. That would bother me. But no, I mean, this dude has gone, in my opinion, way beyond and tried to solve this issue that his ass is causing. And she's just being so obtuse.
Maybe this is just me being such a manly man that I am, but I think I might like the smell of a burnt match better than air fresheners too. I think the roommate might be onto something here.
Yeah, that's fair.
But she said that, it was implied that the roommate said that wasn't enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Light up the whole match book.
Here's Aurora's.
Just start a whole fire. Just light your garbage can on fire.
It's really smart. It's really smart. Don't use the Judges matchbook for that one. Use our competitors' matchbooks. What Aurora does is, I mean, this is not water conscious, but if she's having a real, she knows, girl vibes that, hey, this ain't going to be a pretty one. As she says, as soon as something hits the water, she flushes.
Okay.
And so every time she just she'll flush 3 to 4 times sometimes if she knows it's going to be real bad.
Honestly, I probably should do that. Just like a safety flush, maybe even halfway through.
Especially with your open bathroom, floor plan.
Oh, I'm not even worried about the smell. I was more worried about clogging the toilet.
Oh yeah, that would definitely help.
Yeah.
We did get an email from someone sharing a story of they are also a Midwest girly and then they moved to New York and they were just I plugged every single toilet in the Midwest.
That was a TikTok.
Was it a TikTok? Somebody sent us
TikTok.
that in an email. I think. Yeah.
They sent me that in Instagram.
It's kind of funny.
I got one more short one for you. You ready? This is from Justice.
Which one? This is one of the Supreme Court's, right?
No, this is the children's clothing store.
Oh.
One of the Supreme Court justices.
R/advice. I went through my brother's messages and found out he cheats on his wife with guys, and I don't know how to tell her. A few months ago, my brother gave me his computer so I could fix it for him. Now his computer is hooked up to his phone, so while I was fixing it, a message popped up saying, "How many cocks can you take?"
Okay.
Curiosity getting the best of me.
Valid question to ask, to be fair to anybody.
Well, how many cocks can you take?
0.
And you?
0. Well, I guess are we saying could or would?
It says could. How many cocks can you take?
Actually, it's how many
2.
cocks may you take. You can't.
No, it's not.
You're not getting the cock pass.
Anyway,
I can take 2.
2?
Yeah.
Hang on. You went from 0 on a I don't want to, and then you're just immediately I could probably
the question
take
is
2.
not if you want to.
No, but you're just probably 2 now.
Yeah. I'm thinking of the logistics. I could easily take 2.
It's interesting.
Not easily.
I would gamble most
But I
people
could.
can't. So you think you're better than most people?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Where are you putting them?
Oh,
I'm getting spit roasted, baby.
I guess I was thinking per hole.
No.
Okay. Most people could take 2 then. That's what it's
So your hands? That's
I'm talking my mouth and my butt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then you've also got 2 hands.
I don't think that's taking.
I don't got
cock.
a drummer's brain. I can't be doing 4 things at once.
I'm not Chad Smith over here. I don't think if you're giving someone a hand job, you could then be like, oh yeah, I took a cock last night. They'd be like, oh yeah, which orifice? You're like, palm. And they're like,
This one.
excuse me.
Okay, so curiosity getting the best of me, I clicked on the message and read a whole conversation talking about very lewd things and about a meetup for the weekend with a lot of other men that were going to participate in various activities together. I couldn't believe these were real because my brother is very homophobic. Listen, I feel like the homophobic ones are always...
It's definitely a possibility. This is just like the movie Sex Tape, by the way. Starring Jason Segel and Cameron Diaz.
Oh.
Find Josh Interview on letterboxd.com/Judgies.
I didn't put it on there. It was a good movie, though.
Fuck.
If you like Jason Segel, pretty good movie.
My brother went away for that weekend, and the whole time I was hanging out with my sister-in-law and nieces, that it was all I could think about.
Oh, that is rough.
I really wish I didn't read those messages because now I know my brother cheats on his wife, but there's no way for me to explain how I know without revealing I went through his messages.
Oh, no. I mean, you just tell it.
Yes.
It's such an easy explanation
Yeah.
of like, I worked on his computer.
His messages are connected.
Yeah. Boom. I saw that he said 4, and I was like, that's insane. Are we counting hands?
Edit to add, my brother and I are not close. I'm closer to my sister-in-law than to him. The reason we aren't that close is because he has always made sarcastic remarks every time I see him because I'm a lesbian.
Whoa. Wow. That sucks.
Yeah.
I guess, I mean, look, I wouldn't tell your brother first. I would definitely tell your sister-in-law first.
Absolutely.
Because there is a non-zero chance, a very, very slim
That he was
chance.
just freaking pranking them.
No, that
Oh.
this is allowed in their relationship in some way.
yeah, that it's communicated and talked about.
Yeah. I'm going to guess it's not, but there's a non-zero chance. And if that's the case, then only your sister-in-law knows, and you're not telling your brother that you were going through his computer. Mm-hmm. So.
That's exactly how I view that as well.
Wow.
Thanks. That was a good find, Justice.
Christian,
Thanks
can
for
you
sending it.
maybe give us an opposing viewpoint just to get a little friction on the podcast?
Well, I did slide in the little quip in there that maybe this was all just a prank. He knew that they're fixing his computer. And he's like, or I remember my messages are tied into the laptop, and it's what if I send something silly goofy?
Where do we think it ranks on not being close enough to someone? So it's like not being close to someone, but you still get suckered into helping them move,
Okay.
versus not being close to someone, you have to do work on their computer. Like, is that better or worse than helping someone move?
I gotta say, I feel like anytime I hear a story of somebody helping someone fix their computer and that person's not around, they always stumble into some kind of like juicy thing.
Well, how do you think it gets broken? Too much juice on the motherboard fries it.
I think I saw that in Linus Tech Tips. Don't get juice on the motherboard.
We can't talk about Linus.
Oh,
Tech
he's a
Tips,
bad
but-
guy now, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know how that got resolved or not.
Gaming Nexus always says don't get too much juice on the motherboard.
My brother was.
Or what about the person that made our website?
Yeah. Ben.
Ben
Ben always says.
from Lazy Tech always says.
Read the PS on that card.
Don't get too much.
Yeah,
It's hard to
P.S. Don't get too much juice on the motherboard. It fries it.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben.
I missed that earlier. Sorry.
It was on the bottom.
Crazy how like specific that was.
Yeah. You're a little clairvoyant, that Ben.
Yeah.
My brother was doing a job and he was cleaning out a house and he got like a server rack full of stuff, or maybe it was just a couple computers or something.
Yeah.
But he was like, I immediately took those and put them in water and fried them, because it's like normally you might have to store it at his house to like wait until he can dispose of it properly. And he's like, nope, I am getting rid of that immediately. You do not know what is on somebody else's hard drive.
Yep.
Yeah, and you don't want to be caught with like that kind of possession and having
Yeah.
to explain yourself and prove
Yeah.
that. And
Yep. Fuck
no
that.
way.
Speaking of no way, there's no way we're going to get to the other half of the episode without playing some ads first.
See
You
you in a
don't
bit.
have to say see in a bit. You can just cut.
Oh my God.
And welcome back to the side of the podcast. The cooler side of the podcast. The first side got a little hot, so we flip it over.
Okay.
And that way you can sort of rest your little head on this one.
Why don't they just make a pillow that's just all sides?
An Oops All Sides pillow, right? That Mike Lindell, get on that shit.
Mike
I know
Lindell?
your business is failing because you're a bad person, but I want to help you, Mike Lindell. All Sides pillow.
All sides pillow.
They do make a circular pillow,
Fuck.
so they do make that actually.
Well, I don't. I guess we just gotta do. I guess you just gotta.
Tell me about that circle jerk.
Ooh, we boosted the sound a little bit.
I did.
Nice. All right, are you guys ready for this one?
I am.
This is a listener submitted circle judge. It's very important because sometimes listeners submit things for us to judge around the circle.
Okay.
So this is a TikTok. They said don't use my name, which makes me feel like they're involved in it, but I don't think they are. But this person that sent in the email said that they got into a heated debate at work about this clip I'm going to play you. It's a fight between neighbors.
Okay.
So let's listen to it.
Have windows without curtains. Like,
I can hear you talking about me.
okay, well, can you get my
I
ball?
can help you with?
Yes. My ball's in your backyard. If you can hear me talking about you, then you can hear that me saying that my ball's in your backyard.
If you could not be so disrespectful, maybe I could help you.
Okay, can you get my ball?
Can you wait until after I'm done eating dinner with my family?
Yes. My family.
All right, that's it. So that was a conversation had over a Ring doorbell interface. Not sponsored by any doorbell
And this is the listeners?
It's not made clear. I think the listener just saw it. I don't know. Maybe the listener is involved in this. I don't know what party it would be if our listener is involved.
Okay.
But
did I miss the part where they were like, what did they say to talk shit?
we didn't hear that part.
Okay.
But what I'm assuming happened is the neighbor whose ball was in their backyard, the other person's backyard, was ringing the doorbell and probably being like, oh, this fucking piece of shit won't answer her door or something along those lines. And then the person came in and said, I can hear you through the doorbell, actually. So who's the asshole here?
I think the person at the house, honestly. It's weird to be like, I can't go into my backyard right now. I'm eating dinner. It's like, it's going to take you 2 minutes tops. I don't know how big your backyard is.
Yeah, but if somebody's talking shit about you on your property, I'm not going to take time away from my family.
It's a fucking kid.
No, they can learn to fucking wait then.
I think it's a very interesting case, for sure. My ex-girlfriend had a kid neighbor, and their fences were right up along each other, and he would constantly hit balls into her yard. Constantly. And so it's like...
Where's doghouse?
No,
Doghouse.
Christian's in the doghouse.
So that kid would just climb or open up a gate in between the fences, come over and grab the balls. And my ex had two very big, kind of aggressive border collies. And so...
Australian Shepherds.
Jesus Christ, yeah. Australian Shepherds. Who are they're very defensive breed. Mm-hmm. And so there was she's worried that this fucking 9-year-old kid would come over into her yard. She would open up the door, didn't see him. Boom, dogs attacked.
Yeah.
So,
which is that's a responsible dog owner to have that kind of worry.
Yeah. And so she would tell the neighbor, hey, don't come into my yard. Just let me know and I'll grab them. And then the neighbor would get upset when there'd be like 4 or 5 balls in her yard. And be like, you haven't thrown everyone back yet. And it's like, maybe don't play baseball in your backyard. There's a park a block away, right? So I get the idea of like, if this is a repeat offense, how annoying it would be to be constantly having to go back into your backyard and throw a ball over every single time. But if this is a one-time offense, that's an absolutely crazy thing to be like, can I finish eating dinner with my kids? Like, I don't know. That rubs me the wrong way.
I think that in the circumstances, like if I caught somebody talking shit, and then they asked me to do something for them, fuck you. You can wait. Yeah.
I think none of you guys are living in the mind of a teenager at this moment. Think of you as a teenager. You think every adult's a fucking dipshit asshole. And so yes, and it probably guessing from the neighbor being like, you can wait till I'm done with dinner. She's probably a fucking dickhead. So yeah, he's like, oh, it's in Bridget's fucking backyard. She's such a bitch to me all the time.
Also, I mean, again, we don't have any context, but for the person who was at the doorbell to just be like, can you wait? Just, yeah. You know what I mean? Like immediately it's like, yes, I can wait. Like it seems like they were being like kind of like understandable in the sense of like maybe they were talking shit because they were exasperated because like they've been like saying like, hey, can you get my ball? Can you get my ball? Can you get my ball? And they just are ignoring them.
Have I told the story of Christian and our fence and the comment he made? Mm-hmm. Well, you know the story, but I'm saying have I said it on the pod?
Many times. At least twice.
I'm in the doghouse every time.
Because it's your fence.
It was his fence, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
There's a kid kicking a ball.
My neighbor was kicking a ball at my fence.
Yeah.
Erica was mad, said he should stop, and I said, I don't care.
I actually thought of that story while I was listening to this the first time.
It's the universal karma, Erica.
I think
I kicked a soccer ball at my neighbor's brick wall for years. It's only fair that I can have a neighbor kid kick a ball at my broken fence.
How do you think it got broken in the first place?
Being old as shit. But he didn't make it any better. He definitely did break panels, but that doesn't really bother me.
It's neither here nor there.
It's fine. It's your fence.
I think with the context...
At the moment, you weren't living there yet.
That's fair.
That's all I meant when I said that. Mm-hmm. With the context, Joshua?
With the I do pull out my house even though Aurora lives here. I do still pull that out. Is that fair?
No, it's fucking rude.
I say, don't you ever leave my house without telling me where you're going.
I will beat you up right now if that's true.
Of course. Well, Erica,
of course it's true.
Of course it's true.
I'm going to talk to Aurora about this, and if it's true, you're getting a fucking elbow to the nose.
You want him to track her phone right now and see if she's close by?
Listeners, of course it's not true. Come on, what's going on? I can't leave without telling her where I'm going. I think with the context of what we know right now, impossible to really fully understand.
True.
Which makes me think the listener is potentially the person who was in the house, considering it's sent from the doorbell. And you have more context. If you have more context, send it in because we need to know. But it got us in a little bit of a heated debate.
Yeah, because I could very well flip my opinion if,
Yeah.
A little bit of context.
If there's history there that I don't know about, I want to know about it
so
I can give a proper judgment.
Some would say we're all sitting on the fence right now.
Some could say that.
Boo.
My fence.
Anyway, I don't have a listener sound. Will you look one up for me?
I just saved one today, so you're very lucky that somebody came into our email, judgiespod@gmail.com, and sent us a listener-submitted sound with the listener-submitted sound in the subject line. That way we know to play it and then move it to the listener-submitted sounds played folder. That way Christian doesn't fumble around.
I would never goof up and play the same sound multiple times.
So this sound is a brand new one, came in within the last couple days because I have not been taking care of the emails recently, and it was sent in by, I don't know, someone who goes by the name of Jacob. Sup, Judgies?
Sup, fucker?
You can tell the whole world my name. It's Jacob. I'm a longtime listener, first-time pisser. This sound is a callback to a sound that was on the soundboard for 2 episodes and was sadly removed.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully Erica finds it acceptable, and if y'all like it, maybe it'll find its way onto the soundboard. That's not how it works. Don't let any other Josh tell you it's not how it works. But here we go.
Maybe I should piss myself.
It might end up on the soundboard.
The issue, Jacob, with this wonderful listener-submitted sound, the sound quality is so bad. What did you record it on? A bathroom blender? What's going on?
Let's hear it one more time. Fuck, I'm sorry.
That's all good. I actually know exactly where it is, so.
Maybe I should piss myself.
It's like he added in his own reverb.
Yeah. He didn't. Fuck Fruity Loops. Fuck Appleton.
He acapella'd the reverb.
He's like, maybe
I should piss myself.
I kind of love it.
Jacob, give us a clean one, and we'll consider it. I don't want to set a precedent. I don't want to set a precedent.
I don't want to set a precedent either.
Although maybe we have one sound on the soundboard constantly being fought and battled for best listener-submitted sound.
This is so insane. Stone Christian had this idea 3 weeks ago.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
But I was thinking next season, I was like, what if we just had like a weekly? And because I was like, ooh, we could get comment and interactions here. Because we can have people vote. Do we keep the old sound or do we put on the new sound? And then every week people would vote. But then I'm like, oh.
That's too hard.
It's too hard. We record too far in advance.
Yeah.
Recording the 9 days in advance fucks it all up.
Yeah.
That would be fun, though.
Yeah. So we always use a listener-submitted sound to preface.
You can still get pregnant from preface.
Listener-submitted story. Hit us with that, Richard.
Which was sent to us by Cameron.
Cameron. Dallas Howard. Bryce
Lies.
Dallas Howard.
Yeah, that was way off. Josh, you're...
Cameron Diaz.
Thumbnail. We've brought her up twice. She's in the thumbnail now.
We brought her up twice tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sex tape.
That was not Cameron Diaz.
Yes, it was. It's Cameron Diaz and Jason Segel.
I thought you said Katherine Heigl.
No, I would never.
That
watch a movie
was
with Katherine Heigl.
saying.
I did not say Katherine Heigl.
You
This
didn't say
episode.
Katherine Heigl, but-
Okay, anyway, I was going to read this on the last bonus episode. And then I got to the point where it says, can you please use this on the main pod, not the Patreon?
Fun. I did cut that out.
No, you didn't.
It's not even. It's on my computer. How would you know?
Because it's already
bonus
been...
episode.
It's on my computer. It's not
Yeah,
posted.
You're right. I just remember saying it now. Sorry.
Yeah, I cut it out.
I said that with such confidence.
She hacked your computer and put it back in.
I saw some concerning messages as well about how many cocks you can handle.
It's only one. I'm not very confident.
It's one. It's my own.
It's almost like
Hang on.
That
Does
changes
that-
a lot of. I'm doing the math over here now.
Boy math.
this is literally an episode of Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
How
many people
dicks?
that can jerk off?
At one time, yeah, it's the most efficient way to jerk off the most amount of penises.
And it's like a way where you do 4, where it's like you're.
You get 2 people standing tip to tip. Anywho, has
Look at
everybody on that show gotten canceled? Except for Kumail?
I was going to say Kumail.
Hi, Judgies.
Hello.
My name is Cameron, and I am a longtime listener. I have a really funny 3-part story about one of my exes.
3 parts.
I have been holding on to this story for a while now, but I think enough time has passed where all parties can laugh. Small background. During my undergrad years at college, I struggled really bad with depression and did not have it under control and was just a shell of a person.
Hey, who
Don't
doesn't,
worry. It's all under control now. I'm very happy for you, Cameron.
Sounds like you had a normal college experience.
Part 1. Are you saying that depression is normal for college students?
Yes.
I feel like a lot of college students face depression and don't deal with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why? Is that a controversial thing to say?
Well, I feel like it's not, I don't know. I don't want to say that it's normal because you're not supposed to feel that way.
It's a very common experience.
Right. But also we should
Editor.
normalize it in a way that you
Yeah.
can talk about it freely without being
Were you,
stigmatized.
were you depressed in college?
I probably went through
Were you depressed in college?
I've been
Absolutely.
depressed since the day I was born, Joshua.
Were you double depressed in college?
Yes.
Was I depressed in college? Yes. Hey, 3 for 3.
I'm just saying
I got you.
yeah. Anyway, part 1, spring of my sophomore year of college, his junior year. At this point, we were together for over a year. We'll call him Tim. A whole bunch of people came over to Tim's house for a party. I wanted nothing to do with the party due to my depression, so I said my hellos and then I went off to bed.
And then my goodbyes.
Now, at that time, I was living in the dorms and Tim had an apartment, so he allowed me to keep some bins in his closet.
British.
One had my puffy winter jacket.
Very British.
The other was empty. It was the middle of the night, like 1 or 2 a.m., and I heard something pouring into a plastic container. I rolled over and went, Tim, what are you doing? In his drunken state, he went, shh, don't worry about it. You can clip that one and put it on the
That
soundboard.
wasn't a good one. That was too much pressure. I thought of the joke too long ago, and then I got too scared about making the noise. It's been too long.
I thought it was pretty good.
It wasn't okay.
Hey, can you hit that button for me?
B tier.
I thought that was really good.
Yeah.
I've done better.
His room was across the hall from the bathroom, but for some reason he thought it was better to pee in the room. Being half asleep, I thought he can't be that stupid. He had to be peeing in the empty bin. The next morning I wake up early and I find the bin filled with my winter jacket, soaked. I yelled at him to get up and he was so embarrassed and I was asking him what the hell he was thinking. He then said, the night got away from me and I had one too many. I promise I will clean up everything and I will never get that bad again.
You can.
I promise.
You can't save that coat. That coat is long gone.
Yeah, especially like a puffy one.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
They got like goose down
the
in it.
the down feathers will never let go of that piss.
They're poking through, so you know the piss is getting in there too.
I trust him and we move on. Part 2.
Oh.
1 year has passed. I am now a junior and he is a senior. This is his last semester. I am an artist and was in a water-based painting class where we used paint that was activated with water called gouache.
Okay.
British.
I kept my art supplies on a table near the window, not under it, so if the window ever leaked, my work would not be ruined. I had a midterm due and I spent all day that Saturday working on it. I was so proud of it and used the last of the paper that I had on it. There was a party that night, like there was every Saturday. Oh, college.
Sounds like you had a normal college experience.
Yeah.
Like there was every Saturday. I said my hellos, but explained that I was very tired
my
from
goodbyes.
not only being at my job, but also working on my midterm. So I went off to bed. I'm sound asleep.
I guess your issue is stop going to sleep. Learn your mistake. Only bad thing happen when you go to sleep and Tim's around.
I'm sound asleep. Then a familiar sound of liquid hitting something in the room shoots me awake.
He pissing on his fucking art.
I knew I had my midterm over there. So I jumped up and there was Tim standing there, peeing on my artwork in a drunken blackout state.
How do you even explain that to your professor?
Again,
Sorry, my dog didn't eat my homework. My roommate pissed on it.
her boyfriend.
Oh,
This is her boyfriend.
I missed that somehow, but
You guys just don't listen to me.
we were really thinking about Tim Allen. We did a bunch of nonverbal Tim Allen over here as soon as you said Tim.
Got it. Anyway, again, his room was right next to the bathroom. I start screaming, Tim, what are you doing? What is wrong with you? How can you get this drunk? And I shoved him midstream so that he peed on the carpet and not my art, because at 3 a.m., that seemed like the better idea.
That's fair. You always clean a carpet.
He looked at me confused as to why I was yelling at him for peeing out the window, then saw that he did not, in fact, make it to the window. I ran out of the room crying, trying to think of what I could possibly do the day before my assignment was due.
Listen, I'm a guy. Love pissing places I shouldn't be. It's not insane for her to be upset that he would be pissing out of a window when the bathroom is right there.
You're saying it's insane for her to
It's
be
not
upset?
insane.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's like he's like, why are you being upset with me for pissing out this window?
I thought you said this. You heard the same thing I
Yeah,
heard.
I thought you were saying that
no,
she's in the wrong. Like,
no. It's what I mean. It's like it'd be one thing if like the bathroom was super full, but they live by them. Like the bathroom's right there.
I've never had the urge to piss out a window before.
That's pretty nice.
You've peed
just
out a
the
window
wind
before?
on your ding dong.
I think you don't understand what makes it nice.
What makes it nice then?
Just the fact that you can, you know.
No,
the
'cause I
freedom you
can't.
get
Yeah,
of-
So-
right. The issue is, as with pissing with anywhere you shouldn't, is you always forget about the little dribble backwards towards your penis, and so the windowsill's gonna get some piss on it.
Piss to the window, on the wall, till the piss drops down my balls.
Oh, shit.
Not on my midterm, Paul.
Tim, actually.
Ah, shit. I was thinking of Paul Walker.
He looked at me confused.
All right,
I ran out of the
one.
room crying, trying to think of what I could possibly do the day before my assignment was due. I went down to the living room, passing a few of our friends' bedrooms, all of them seeing if I was okay because it was 3 a.m., crying and screaming. Called my parents and they helped me come up with a plan because the art stores that carried what I needed were closed on Sundays. The closest one was over 2 hours away, and an email to write to my professor.
Oh
What
my
do you have?
gosh.
Like, you have a fucking like liquor law about art supplies in whatever state you're in. Ah, it's Britain. Sorry.
What was the name of the art medium she was using?
Gouache.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Sorry, there we go.
Shut the fuck up.
I missed it on the first one.
I thought that was really good.
No, I didn't. And all I can do now is wait. I basically told my professor that there was a leak in my bedroom
Very smart.
that ended up getting water on my paintings. Tim came down after I was on the phone, still drunk, and trying to apologize. I looked at him and said, I can't even stand to look you in the eyes. I spent 20 hours on those paintings.
I might have ripped his dick off.
They were a group of 4, and you pissed all over them. I said it loud enough for the whole house to hear. He started to cry and said he'd do anything to fix it. I basically told him that he needed to buy the $100 worth of supplies so that I could redo all of the paintings. He didn't have a job at the time, and whatever money he did have, he spent on alcohol, which, I mean, most college kids
Sounds like
do.
you
But
had a normal college experience.
my professor ended up telling me that it was fine and to hand in what I had.
Oh, I was gonna.
It's gonna smell like piss.
And yes, I handed it in, piss and all.
Oh.
She did look at me funny when I was only touching it by the corner.
Maybe you pour more water on it to dilute the piss out because it's already ruined by a leak in your ceiling.
I know it's already happened, but maybe just be like, I think it was like a sewer pipe leak.
Yeah, or yeah.
It was like a plumbing leak, not just like a water leak.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, maybe I would have put it in like a plastic bag or like just taken pictures of it and submitted that.
Yeah. We're critiquing you here, Cameron, but kudos to thinking on your feet and telling you that there's a leak.
Absolutely.
That's very smart.
I would not. I would have just been like, I gotta stay up the next 72 hours drinking only energy drinks and redo my work.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've made my bed.
As for Tim and I stupidly forgave him. But again, I had really bad depression and didn't think anyone else could love me and thought this was the best I could ever get.
I guess normally, horrible line of thinking, obviously. Normally it's 3 strikes, you're out. I think you go down to 2 when it's about piss.
Yeah.
Pissing on important things.
He said, I'll never get that drunk again.
There is a third story.
Spoiler.
I agree, right?
Part 3.
Yeah, so I think there might be piss involved.
In November of my senior year, he is now graduated and living at home until he gets an apartment. We are now long distance, but it's Thanksgiving, so I'm at my parents' house and he's at his. We've been together for 3 years at this point, but his mom would still not let us hang out for Thanksgiving. I woke up that morning and called him. It was Thanksgiving Eve, Blackout Wednesday.
Well, for Tim, it's Blackout Wednesday. for Cameron, it's Get Pissed On Wednesday.
The night before, so obviously he had to go out and get as drunk as possible. We were talking and he told me the dumb shit his friends and that he did. His mom screams, "Tim, come downstairs right now."
Timothy, Roger, get downstairs right now.
He said, "I'll call you back," then hung up the phone. I don't know how much time passed, but he called me back by FaceTime. He looked pale and disgusted. I asked what was wrong and I don't want to talk about it.
What did he piss on?
I told him that I would not judge him and that whatever happened was okay. He said it was not okay. I said, come on, it can't be that bad.
Shoe rack. Grandma's ashes.
Grandma's ashes. The dog.
You made
You
it
guys
into...
are going like way too far.
You went
It's
into-
actually not that bad.
Okay. The toilet seat.
I said, come on, it can't be that bad. He then looked at the camera and said, Cameron, I shit on my mom's kitchen chair.
Okay, what do you mean we went too far?
I shit on the chair. I don't know how it happened.
What
my
a
mom
prank.
found it. My mom found my drunken pile of shit on her kitchen chair. How can I live with that? How is that okay? She thinks I have a drinking problem.
You do.
Yeah.
This is a trend.
Yeah.
If you were constantly doing things that are harming relationships in your family because of your abuse of a substance.
You get
You got
one
a
pee in the
problem.
bed, and it's cool. You get 2 peas. You get 2 peas in a bed,
Thank
and
you.
it's fine.
Yeah. I'm only at one, but I don't want the next one to be the piss that breaks the camel's back.
You get so many years, and then it resets.
I pissed in the camelback that we just bought.
No. How long did the shit stay there? Do we know?
I mean, it had to
Overnight.
have been overnight. Yeah.
Man, does it just melt? Like, does it turn into like a soft serve ice cream cone, or?
How hot?
I mean, it's drunk shit, so it might be a soft serve already.
I'm just saying, like, a shit could be firm, but I feel like it's not holding up. I guess I just don't have enough fiber in my diet.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Dogs poop, right?
Yeah,
And
but
it's not like they just fall apart.
dog poop feels different than human poop. I've felt baby human poop. Dog poop's different than human poop.
But I also
Baby
feel
poop.
like baby poop is different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't. I think you guys are wrong on this. But it's
Okay, anyway.
I digress.
I laughed. I just started laughing.
Mm-hmm.
He told me it wasn't funny, that this was serious. But I just laughed because at least I wasn't the one that had to deal with it.
Yeah.
He was mad at me for the rest of the day, but all I said to defend myself was, look, you aren't in college anymore. Should you really be drinking that much where you can't find the bathroom? He didn't like that one bit. We broke up later that year.
I lifted the seat.
It has now been almost 4 years, and I am now in a loving, happy relationship. But my current boyfriend and I, who also listens to the pod, they listen together.
Love that for you.
Laugh about this story and all the shit that I went through. Thank you for reading. Hugs and pisses, Cameron.
Thank you, Cameron. That was lovely.
I loved it.
That was like a little bit of an Adventure Time Grable's episode.
It was a
where
little bit.
all the stories are connected.
Did we learn a lesson from it?
Yeah, don't date fucking losers who are pissing on things all the time.
Also,
enough.
maybe like don't drink so much that you can't find a bathroom.
Fair enough.
More than once.
Yeah.
Everybody gets one.
Everyone gets one.
Everyone's pissed on a bed here or there.
Sometimes people do it in a room with 12 other people.
Eric, I gotta wait till you piss on something. I cannot fucking
would never.
wait. I cannot fucking wait. I can't wait until your pelvic floor finally gives out.
I mean, I've peed my pants a couple of times.
No, I want you to piss on something, and that way you can come to the podcast, tail between your legs, and say, "Hey, maybe I'm not
almost shit
so
my
different."
pants the other day.
Oh my God.
Pray tell.
This was the
podcast
closest
material.
I have ever been to shitting my pants. Like I was turtle heading it.
Oh,
It was so bad.
how bad was it?
Let me tell you.
Okay,
It was so bad.
how bad was it?
I had just gotten back. I don't even remember where we were at, but Olson had fallen asleep in the car. So I carried him in, put him down for a nap. And I was like, okay, I got to let Maxine out. And then I got to shit. Max did that thing where she's in the very far corner of the yard and she is done doing what she wants to do. And she's just staring at you.
Yeah.
And you're like, come in the house. And she just stares.
Yeah.
Doesn't move a muscle. And I am like, I have to shit so bad. Get in the house. And then I'm like bribing her with treats that I'm not going to give her because she's not listening to me.
Yeah.
But I have to be like, oh, you want a treat? You want a treat? And then she comes running. It took everything in me to barely waddle and clench my, I couldn't clench any tighter. It was awful.
You saw God for a second.
It
made you
was
believe her?
awful. I get to the toilet, right?
Yeah.
I'm fine. I checked my underwear good. I was like,
no
there's
nothing?
got to be something. There was nothing.
Impressive.
I'm so impressed.
It's 'cause
I
you're
could
so cheeked
feel,
up.
I could feel it coming
Yeah.
out. This part is a little bit too TMI, but
No, up to now.
it was. I had one solid turd came out,
Oh,
and then it was
it uncorked the
it
load.
uncorked.
Yeah.
So it would have been the worst. I would have had to burn my pants.
Are you? So we all had shits like this. Are you as arrogant as I? Where I think if I in any other circumstance, my body would have known not to uncork. Every time that happens, I'm like, I wasn't actually that close. I have to. It's almost like an atheist praying to God right before they're dying. Where you're like, just please don't let me believe that other thing is true. Like, come on.
It was terrifying. I am so impressed with myself that I didn't shit myself because I would have never told you.
You should have for content.
No.
That's the thing. That's the difference between you and me and Christian is that you're not content brain like us.
No.
How about you give it 2 weeks and then tell us?
Nope. I will never tell you. I'll tell you about my close calls. Well, I haven't actually shit my pants yet, but
Yeah.
I'm never going to tell you if I do.
That makes you feel like you did that.
Oh, she for sure. That was like the most I shit my pants.
Yeah,
statement.
that's exactly what someone who's shit their pants and doesn't want to tell us.
I've never shit my pants either, and I wouldn't tell you.
Okay, well,
You would tell me.
I would have to tell. I wouldn't be able to.
If Christian wouldn't be able to look me in the eyes if he held a secret that large around me.
I'd be like when you walk in and your dog's done something bad. I would have been.
Oh man, I had a similar event. I don't know where I was driving back from. Oh no, you know what it was. So me and Aurora's parents went down to Spoon River Drive down by little past Peoria. So it's like this big like multi-town garage sale event.
Okay.
And it's a pretty decent drive back. And it's like the perfect length drive to where it's like can't really stop, like, because it's like, oh, what are you stopping for? But it's also long enough to where, like, you really got to make sure you're not drinking too much or eating too much. So we were and I was driving them back to our place because they parked here. And so I was like, the last, like, or right before we left Peoria, we were at a gas station. And I was like, I said to Aurora, I was like, oh, I got a shit pretty bad. And she's like, we're going to the gas station. And I was like, unfortunately, I'm going to have to.
Oh, no.
And I went in there, and it was the most disgusting. There was 2 stalls in a urinal, and the one urinal was like locked, and the other one was filled to the brim with shit.
The urinal was?
I'm sorry, the stalls were.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, the one stall was locked, and the other one, like, not that there was somebody in it, like, you couldn't get into it. And the other one was filled to the brim with shit water.
Oh.
And so I came out, and I was like, I can't. It's not good in there. And so I drove in a random direction from Peoria. And the last, like, 30 minutes, I was, like, white knuckling on the steering wheel. Just, like,
were you at the point where it's like, I don't know if I need to turn on the AC? Do I gotta stick my head out the window? I gotta do something.
Don't talk to me. Don't turn on any music. We need silence.
It actually was silent.
I need full brain power.
Which was kind of funny. But we get home, and I'm like, we have to unload the car of the stuff that we bought. And so I go into the back, and like we had 2 separate piles, like our stuff and their stuff. And I just like grab our stuff that got mixed into their shit, and I just go inside. And I'm setting stuff down, and then they all 3 come to the house because they want to see Aurora's new office. And I'm just like, I can't shit while you're here.
Oh, Josh,
they're going to know what I'm doing. And so they're just like standing around, and they're like trying to see the cats. And it's like 10, 15 minutes. And I'm just staring daggers at Aurora. And I'm just like, I'm like leaning up on the counter, like in the most unnatural.
I know exactly what
just like, what's up? Like, yeah. You guys want to get out the door? I'm just like staring daggers at Aurora, being like,
get them out of here.
I told you 1 to 3 hours ago in a random direction from here that I need to shit really bad. And it's been 1 to 3 hours. And so eventually they leave, and I go into the bathroom, and it's like you said, you just a little bit, and it's just uncorked.
I call that trip to Buffalo Wild Wings, brother.
I call that spicy garlic.
Yeah.
And afterwards I gave Aurora a talking to. I was like, Aurora Jane, I know sometimes that you can't read nonverbal communication very well, but when I'm giving you the you gotta know something's up.
All of our audio only listeners, I really need you to go to the YouTube and watch what Joshua just did.
I don't even know if the camera picked it up how good that was. That was so fucking funny.
Oh,
I know how you feel.
perfect.
I've definitely been in that where it's like you can only stand in one position because it's like there's so much pressure built up. It's like,
yeah.
Have you? So you've never gone into the bathroom just to take like the quickest shit, the pressure relieving shit? I feel like this would solve your guys'
No, if I'm
issues.
shitting, it's coming out, bud.
When you only, like that TikTok said, when you only poop like once every 10 days, they're usually pretty quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I can go in there and it's like, it almost feels like I sneeze out of my butt. I'm like, all right, relieve pressure. Let's get out of here.
like you're releasing a gasket on an air tank.
It's like, it's like, let's get out of here. You got enough. If I'm ever at a place where it's like, this is uncouth of me to be shitting right now.
So you'll go in and sneeze out your ass and be like, that's better than just actually shitting.
Listen, I have one more.
Well, you
It's a
just
short
said
one.
that you were scared to be in there too long because they know you're shitting. I'm in there in the length of a piss.
I gotcha.
Taking a pressure relieving shit.
If I was a man, I would have just went upstairs. I've got 2 bathrooms. You know,
I feel like this is the worst one to do because they wanted to see Aurora's new thing. So you got to be like, you got to go see it. Yeah. And then you got basement free reign.
It's true.
This is from AITAH, since we have to specify.
We do. It's very important for the board.
Stupid. Am I the asshole for admitting in front of all of my husband's friends that I've never had an orgasm?
Ooh, how many? And it's all of his guy friends?
Also, admitting implies that they asked you. Or, you know what I mean? Like, that's different than just saying it. Just like all the friends are like, have I ever told you how I've never come? Ever? Including with your friend right here that you can now make fun of for fucking ever?
Recently was my husband's friend's birthday party. It was a bigger party, and all my husband's friends and their wives were there.
Oh.
No kids.
Fine.
One woman that I'm friendly with was annoyed with her husband and then joked, "Men, if they didn't get us off, why would we keep them?" And she laughed. I awkwardly laughed, but I guess looked uncomfortable.
Okay, this is insane. Nobody's calling on you.
She asked me what was up, and she pointed out that I made a weird face. I said, "I've just never had an orgasm before, so I guess I can't relate." Almost a dozen people looked at me when I said that.
Record scratch. Room is silent. Everybody's looking over at you.
It was super awkward. The wife then awkwardly asked, Is everything okay down there? And I said, "Yeah, I've just never had anyone try, I guess."
That's worse.
Damn.
For the next 10 minutes, all my husband's friends took turns insulting him in various ways.
Took turns trying to give her an orgasm.
Just giving their advice. Well, you want to know what I do for my wife?
Many women talked about how they'd never been married to someone who didn't get the job done.
Yeah.
I thought the women were going to be on her side. Can I be honest?
They're saying that they wouldn't have married a man that can't
Right.
do it.
Sure.
My husband made us leave early. When we got home, he lectured me about how I humiliated him. I pointed out that she asked, and I have a tendency to be honest. He's been really upset the last several days and keeps saying he can't talk to his friends because they now think badly of him.
And you can't stop it is the thing. Is like, even if you dug down to the bottom of your heart and decided, I'm going to actually try to make my wife come, you can't like record it and be like, I did it, guys.
Coming on Mondays. Don't worry, fellas. I made her come. Now
Watch
it's like,
this.
They're just like calling you a bigger loser now.
It honestly, you could then brag and be like, I'm 1 for 1 when I try.
Oh.
All those other times I wasn't trying. You guys put effort into sex? Cringe. You got to own it at that point.
Edit to add, I've brought the issue up countless times in the past. He tells me that it's not important / not a big deal that he doesn't get me off.
Yeah, why are you married to him?
Since it's not that important, I just don't see why I have to hide it like it's some kind of dirty secret.
Okay. I'm back on her side.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I ever was not on her side.
Same. Why are you with a man? This is on the in the comments. The top comment says, "The edit is what flipped me right into the not the asshole camp. Why are you with a man who probably uses your body to get off but can't be bothered to interact with any more than he would a fleshlight?" And then the reply says,
you have to turn the flashlight on, so he's gotten
it's more than
ipso
what
facto,
she gets. Yeah.
Yeah, and has turned it off as well. Gotten it off. Fuck. And he's had, gotten it off as well.
Mm-hmm. The response says, "You just don't know how high to set the bar until you experience it. I can't orgasm from penetration and had multiple long-term partners insist that meant it was illogical for them to try to do anything else for my pleasure. Since it started with my first boyfriend as a teen and continued until I met my current boyfriend at 32. And they were nice guys otherwise. I always assumed it was my fault and that other women didn't actually need effort from a partner to orgasm. So wanting it made me high maintenance. I'm talking 5+ otherwise awesome dudes who insisted no one else I've dated needed foreplay. It must be a you problem." When it's all you've ever known, and again, the guy isn't selfish otherwise, it's easy to believe it's your own fault.
This guy sounds like a piece of shit, though.
Yeah.
But no, that first comment totally, it's like, at first it's like, why would you divulge that?
Yeah.
Like, you can do a white lie.
Yeah.
And to save your husband's feelings. But fuck this guy.
No, yeah, this dude sucks.
It's kind of a
Or
bummer.
he doesn't.
I think that's the issue.
It's a bummer that, like, I could see it at a party being like, you kind of divulge it, but then for her to, like, stop and, like, make a scene out of it, and now it's like, well, fuck, now everybody's paying attention to this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if I'm at a party, I'm like, I actually did that when I accidentally shit my pants last week. Like, hoping you would be, like, on my side. Like, I've shat my pants before, too. But you're just like, oh, you shat your pants?
Yeah.
And now
the whole
everybody, yeah.
knows I shat my pants?
Music stopped, yeah.
I was just looking for a little solidarity, and now I'm getting fucking roasted here.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that sucks. Yeah, I couldn't imagine, like, I totally understand it. Also, with the stuff with antidepressants and anxieties have made a lot of people less able
sensitive,
to
yeah.
jizz, for lack of a better term.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, no pushback on that, huh? There's many other better terms than jizz in this instance. I was
Yes,
expecting
correct.
one of you to be like, there is a better term for it.
I mean,
Spunk.
I hated that so much.
So yeah, it's obviously more prevalent, and yeah, and even if you haven't been on antidepressants, it's common for people to have issues with that. Like,
Yeah.
you should be with someone who understands that and respects it and respects you as
Especially
a
if you've communicated that before.
Yeah.
If you've said like, hey, this isn't, like this is fine. I enjoy this, but also like, could you do a little something else? If you're communicating that with them and they're still like brushing you off.
person. Yeah,
I was going to say blowing you off, but like
obviously
they're not. So
I just couldn't, as a man myself, I could not see a situation to where I would have sex with someone and like they didn't come and I'm just like, all right, I'm fine.
that's a you problem, I guess. Go take care of it.
Like, yeah, how do you reconcile that in your brain?
yeah.
Like, it's such a selfish, insane thing to persist.
I don't know
upon.
how he was like, well, it's not important that you came, but it's like, but it's important you came.
Yeah.
What the fuck you mean?
That's wild.
yeah,
That's crazy.
pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And I make my wife come, Josh. Don't even fucking question it. Please lie. Please lie. Please lie.
I don't need to lie.
Exactly.
Well, hey, listen, folks, if you're listening to this right now and you want some more goofs, gaffs, drama, and laughs, that's right. I remembered it.
You did.
Heading over to our
Weekly bonus episode.
where we're gonna do
fucking killed that
another
one.
hour of listener only stories, and it's my up, and I'll say it. I got some pretty good ones.
Yeah?
I genuinely, unironically, have stories.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm
So
pretty stoked.
I know you're all on the edge of your seat, but before you get over to that,
Weekly bonus episode.
Erica, where else can they find us online other than thejudgiespod.com?
www.thejudgiespod.com. Go check that shit out. That's super fun. You can find us on all social media platforms: Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Patreon, all the things. If there's a social media platform out there, we're probably already on it. And it's usually pretty much everywhere. It's Judgies Pod at Judgies Pod. JUDGIES.
While we were live recording this episode, we did get mentioned on Blueski.
Oh.
This is from Michaela. I have had Malort one time, and I had flashbacks during this week's sode.
Yeah.
There you go.
Malort said,
See you later.
have a great week, everyone. Hugs and pisses and kisses.
1, 2, 3.
Fuck. I really tried to time the burp.
That
Hey,
was gross.
I'll get it for you, bud.
Don't
Just
do it.
give me a clean. Fuck, I timed out. It's so good.
Fuck, I timed that out so good.
Okay, bye. The Judgies love you.
Hugs and pisses.